Hi, this is Should I Watch It? I'm Jason Cockroft.
I'm Jack Steptoe, and today we'll be helping you decide if you should watch Suicide Squad.
We'll tell you some points about the film to help you decide if you should watch it, and then we'll give our scores and opinions at the end.
Yeah, so Suicide Squad is just about a task force that the government create called Task Force X. A load of imprisoned supervillains that fight crime.
Yeah, they're forced against their will to fight crime, and also they are working towards knocking off their prison sentence.
Right, on to Should I Watch It?
I think you should watch this film if you enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. I think this is sort of DC's version of Guardians of the Galaxy, in the sense if you've got some sort of likeable supervillains in a way that are like banding together as an unlikely bunch and sort of helping to fight a bigger threat.
Yeah, I think also if you like the comic books like me, you're going to love this film because it is true to its word.
Yeah, it does seem to follow what I've read of the comics quite well. I do know that some of the comic book readers have thought that the villains aren't maybe evil enough to be considered supervillains, and I do feel that they have edited them a bit to make them more likeable, but that improves it for me personally. This is a film you should watch as well if you enjoy a lot of shooting scenes and fight scenes. Some of the fight scenes of this are incredible, and the shooting in particular is really, really good and really enjoyable. And there's quite a lot of guns in it, isn't there, for like a comic book film?
Yeah, I think the main point as well is if you don't like name calling, kind of swear words, anything like that.
Yeah, there is quite a lot of swearing in it, so that's something to bear in mind. Is it going to be suitable for your 13-year-old child? To a degree. I think if you think they're particularly sensitive or impressionable, maybe not. But otherwise, it would probably be fine. There's nothing really bad in here, is there? But there's quite a lot of violence, and there's quite a lot of talked about violence. And there's a couple of bits where it's kind of implied as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Right, before we do ratings, we do trailer reviews before we've seen the film. And this is what we both thought before the film.
Right, so we just watched the Suicide Squad trailer.
I think it looks amazing. I think it looks really, really fun.
Yeah, why the frick aren't you on the website buying tickets right now?
Well, I'm really got big hopes for it.
I've heard so many crazy things about it as well.
It looks like it's going to be a good mixture of comedy and action.
I'm really excited to see how Jared Leto turns out to be with the Joker.
Me too. He certainly looks the part, and I like his Joker laugh.
Yeah, he's been testing that out apparently on the street, so...
So, Jack, what score do you reckon you'll give it?
I'm going to give it a 10, I think.
You think it's going to be a masterpiece?
Yeah, I reckon so.
I think it's going to be a very top quality film. Don't necessarily think it's going to be really up there. I'm going to predict an 8. Right, so now on to our ratings. Now we've actually seen the film. What are you going to give it, Jack?
I'm going to stick with what I said with the trailers and go with a 10.
Wow, so masterpiece from Jack. I'm going to stick with my score as well, an 8. I think it's a highly recommended film. I think it's very, very good. It does have its flaws, but it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the film. I certainly wouldn't call it a masterpiece, personally, but I still think it's really, really good, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the reason I didn't give it a 9 was because I've had so much hype coming into this that I loved every second of it. I didn't hate any of it. I wasn't sat there bored, and although there were a few things, I couldn't put it down a score for anything.
Yeah, I did say when I first came out of the film that I struggled to think of things that were negative about it. But it was just a very, very good. It's very enjoyable. It's very fun. I loved the Joker. I loved the rendition of the Joker that was there. Harley Quinn was played spot on. There's a couple of characters that weren't really necessarily needed. That's probably the biggest disappointment on it. But I think they seem to be doing that with all the films now. I think Civil War had too many in, although they dealt with it better.
I mean, I agree with you totally there. Harley Quinn was spot on with her voice, her acting, her methods, everything. The surprising one for me was Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
If anyone knows the comics, he's an absolute twat. But within this, because I thought he would be a twat, he kind of blew me out of the water when he was really funny. With Killer Croc, I really hated him. I don't know why. It's just, he was a background character, but everything he said and did, I didn't really like.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I agree with the Captain Boomerang thing. I quite like Killer Croc, but I would have liked to have seen him do more. I would like to see him be a bit more aggressive and a bit more like dangerous, like biting off heads and smashing things around.
I love Enchantress.
Yeah.
Very cool addition. She's not in the comics, which is a bit disappointing actually, because she was really good in this. Also, the Joker, I want to press the fact that he's a bit more mobster in this one, whereas Heath Ledger's Joker is a bit more psychotic character.
Yeah, I think he's got the screw loose bit kind of nailed. But it's a different kind of psycho. I quite like it because I was saying after the film that I think it's good because the Heath Ledger's Joker had no interest in money. His biggest problem was he just did it because he liked doing it. He manipulates the mentally ill into doing his bidding. He has the fear factor. He scares people. And also now he has money as well, so he can motivate people with money and he can bribe people and things like that. So it adds an extra element to him and makes him a little bit more difficult to defeat.
Coming into this, everyone was thinking Will Smith's in it. Is it going to be a Will Smith show? And I think it's about 60-40, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think they have made it a bit of a Will Smith show. But at the same time, he did a good job. I think he plays a good Deadshot. I think they made Deadshot a decent character. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more Should I Watch It videos, helping you decide if you should watch the films. I'm also on multiple multimedia, multi-social
groups and teams, such as Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. And make sure you comment below. What do you think of the Joker? What do you think of Will Smith in this? Anything like that?
Yeah, any
More than
comments.
welcome.